Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be presenting about factors influencing human population size. Population growth is an important topic because it affects many things, like our food supply, jobs, housing, and even the environment. Understanding what causes population changes helps countries plan for the future, whether it's schools, hospitals, or resources. First one, birth rate. The first factor is the birth rate. Birth rate means the number of babies born in a certain area over a period of time. A high rate means the population grows quickly. This usually happens in developing countries where people have more children due to cultural beliefs, religion, or the need for family labor. For example, in some parts of Africa, families have many children because they help with farming and support the family's income. On the other hand, countries like Japan have a very low birth rate, which causes their population to age and shrink. So, education and access to family planning can help control birth rates and balance population growth. Second one is death rate. When the death rate is low, more people live longer, so the population increases. This usually happens when there's good health care, clean water, and enough food. For example, better hospitals and medical technology have helped people live longer in many countries. But during times of war, pandemics, or natural disasters, the death rate rises. A good example is the COVID 19 pandemic, which temporarily raised death rates in some regions. Another factor is migration. Migration means people moving from one place to another. When more people move into a country, immigration, the population increases. When more people move out the country, immigration, it decreases the population. For instance, many people move to countries like the United States or Malaysia for better job opportunities, which increases the population there. While some countries lose population because young people move abroad for work or study. Education, especially for women, has a strong influence on population size. When women have access to education and careers, they tend to marry later and have fewer children. This helps slows down the population growth. For example, in countries like Sweden, women are highly educated and focus on careers first, leading to smaller families. But in areas where girls don't equal education, birth rates are higher. Empowering women helps balance population growth and improve living standards. Healthcare and technology is also a factor that affects the population size. Modern medicine, vaccines, and hospitals help people live longer and reduce child deaths. For example, vaccines have saved millions of lives and lowered death rates around the world. Clean water system and better sanitation also prevents diseases. All these improvements lead to longer life expectancy, meaning more people survive and the population grows. Economic development is another big factor. In richer countries, people often have fewer children because raising a family is expensive. For example, in countries like South Korea and Germany, many people choose to have one or two kids due to high living costs. In poorer countries, children are often seen as source of labor or future support, so families tend to be larger. As a result, developing countries usually experience faster population growth. Finally, government policies. It can also influence population growth. Some governments try to reduce population growth through family planning laws. For example, China's one child policy helped control its population for many years. On the other hand, countries like Japan and Singapore now encourage families to have more children because their populations are aging and shrinking. These policies show how governments can control or encourage population growth based on national needs. In conclusion, Human population size is affected by many factors: birth and death rates, migration, education, healthcare, economy, and government policies. When population grows too fast, it can cause problems like lack of food, jobs, and even pollution. But if it grows too slowly, there may not be enough young workers to support the economy. So, we need to create awareness and promote responsible family planning and education for a balanced and sustainable future. That's all.